we are going to know what were the different reasons the Soviet Union got disintegrated. There were so many reasons. I have bifurcated these reasons into four. One was economic stagnancy, another was political and administrative, Gorbachev reform and policies, rise of nationalism and desire for sovereignty. These are the 4 points by which the Soviet Union disintegrates. So let's start with the first point. First of all, we have to understand the meaning of economic stagnancy. The meaning of economic stagnancy means that there is no rise in their economy. Like in the present form also, we also complain to our government that our GDP is not rising, our income per capita income rate is also falling down. So same thing was happening in USSR. So it was not making the people happy over there. So this was the reason, first reason, that people were not able to feel that their aspirations are fulfilled by the government. As you can see, the American government is having a good economic rise and they are able to fulfill their people's aspirational demand. So as a result, people will be happy towards the government. Next topic, economic stagnancy for many years to severe consumer shortage and large section of Soviet society begin to doubt and question the system and to do so openly. So because of economic stagnancy, they were not able to fulfill the demand of people. So there was also a quite shortage in distributing things also. So people, first time in the history of USSR, people started asking questions to the government openly. Earlier, it was not happening openly. So this was an historic event in the USSR when people started asking questions to the government. The Soviet economy used much of The Soviet economy used much of its resources in maintaining a nuclear and military arsenal and the development of its satellite states in Eastern Europe and within the Soviet system. So the Soviet government was using a lot of money to maintain their military as compared to Western states, and they were making satellite states in Eastern Europe and within the Soviet system. Satellite states means their states particularly they will be targeted to Western countries. So these because of that people were not getting their basic aspirations fulfilled. Like in India, now we have roti kapda and makan, plus nowadays internet is also important. If any four of these things we will not get, and government is putting a lot of money in military, there is no use, because if you are maintaining military and inside the country the people are inside the country is not happy, that doesn't mean anything. So this was also the big reason for the fall of Soviet economy. This led to a huge economic burden the system could not cope with. Because of that, the system of USSR crashed and they were not able to cope with this. Second cause for the fall of USSR is political and administrative reasons. The only ruling Communist Party was not accountable despite its rule for 70 years. The Communist Party was the only party in USSR. It has ruled 70 years, then also it was not accountable. Accountable means it was not transparent towards the people. It was not giving knowledge to their people for their policy, for their work. Okay. The ordinary people were abstained from taking participation in political rights, hence the system became incapable of correcting its mistakes. So, in USSR, ordinary people were not allowed to take out any kind of political rights. Because of that, the political government did not got to know their own mistakes. And if you are not knowing your mistake, you will be not correcting your mistake. Same thing happened in USSR. The ordinary citizens were exempted from gaining the privileges because it was a government which was working for equality. It didn't allow the people to take any kind of privileges, especially to ordinary citizens. Privileges only taken by the government officials, not to the ordinary citizens. Due to the non-participation of people, the government lost popular support from all sides because they were not allowing people to participate in government. Because of that, government lost faith from every side. Lost faith from every side. Our next point for the fall of USSR was Gorbachev's reform policies. We already know Gorbachev from our last tutorial. So his reform also played very important role in uh, disintegration of USSR. So the Gorbachev's reform aimed at keeping the USSR a beast of information and technological revolutions taking place in the West. A beast means he wanted to be parallel with information and technological revolution which were happening in West. He also wants that information and technological revolution should happen in East also. That means in USSR also. So he want to normalize his relation. His means USSR relation with US. Gorbachev worked to democratize the Soviet system. As we have studied, the people were not happy with um, the system of Soviet because it was not accountable. He tried to make democratize, and because of democratization, the system will become some sort of um, accountable to people. So, but society was divided into two sections, Gorbachev's reforms, and both of them had contradictory views towards him. So, as we have already studied, because of his reform, some people thought that he is going too fast, and some people were thinking he is going too slow. The society get divided into two sets. Some want very fast, like ordinary people like us, we want all the things very fast. Development होना चाहिए तो अभी फटाफट हो जाना चाहिए. And party people were not happy with this kind of uh, party people thought Gorbachev is going so fast that the system can crash. So he was not able to make happy with the within the people inside his party, and he was not make people happy outside the party. So his reforms also played an important role in the disintegration of USSR. Next, our last cause for the fall of USSR is the rise of nationalism and desire for sovereignty. What is the meaning of nationalism? Nationalism means love towards their own country. And what is the meaning of sovereignty? Sovereignty means the no other country will have power to interfere their domestic matter, in their domestic matter. So no outsider will be allowed to interfere in their own country's matter. So during the disintegration, during the time of this, during the span of disintegration, some of the countries started realizing their love for their own territory or country, their own culture. So, and which were the country? These countries were Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine, and Georgia. Remember, this question asked in present board exam. So you have to remember these 5 republics name. So these countries also, where these countries location were in the western part of USSR. That means this part was very much closer to Europe. So as they got to know the privilege is given to the countries which are capitalist, they thought that they are very much lagging behind this country. So they want to disintegrate themselves from USSR. And they also want sovereignty, because if they will have sovereignty, the USSR will never come and interfere in their own country. So these nationalism race and these countries were also the prosperous part of Russia, sorry, USSR. The people of these countries were also not happy with the USSR, because these countries were having good economic perspective. They had good resource, they had good money, but these money were not utilized within their own location or their own region. These money was utilized in most of the other parts of Russia. This creates one more reason for their dissatisfaction with USSR. So because of this, these people felt that they are not part of this country, and as well as people were not happy, because it was such a large country that it was not able to recognize their regional aspiration. Regional aspiration, I will give you example from our country. Like in India, we have, in a particular day we have different festival. In For example, I'm giving 14th January, that is we consider as Sankranti in North India, South India consider it Pongal, and in Gujarat side it considered as Uttarayan. So our country tried to recognize these regional disparities and bring them into main platform, and everyone is utilizing. But this was not happening in USSR. Russian culture was dominating in their place. So this was also very much this was also very much dissatisfaction given to the people. So by this we have completed today's topic. So I want to show you one picture. See how much people were unhappy. They used this quote, better dead than red. Red symbolized the color of communism. So they were so unhappy that they 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 thought it's good to be dead than accepting red. That means communism. So this shows the dissatisfaction and loss of faith with USSR. So I hope you all have understood this topic. This topic is very important. You have to understand this topic. If you have not understood any point, anything from this topic, please contact me. I will be very happy to clear your doubt. So thank you for watching this. Enjoy your vacation. Bye bye.